morning, Capital City. It's good to see you this Monday morning, and bright and sunny. I'm not sure, it's a little hazy out this morning. Every time I drive to the church, I pass this familiar sight. As you'll see in the background behind me, I've come here for a specific reason today. You see the tall cranes that are being used to lift the structures, and farther down south of us, it's not in the picture, there's a couple more cranes that are working on another substructure. And these are structures that are passing over bodies of water. This in particular is passing over a train trestle that for many of us for many years on Highway 99 have gone underneath the train trestle. Well, now we're going to go over the top of it. But these huge cranes are used to lift big pieces into place. And every time I drive to church, I think of the Tower of Babel and read in Genesis about that and how a man built this tower trying to reach God, trying to be God. And I just think of it every time I pass by. So this morning I thought, well, I'll just stop and come up the side road and get you a picture of this. And it's nothing really fantastic yet, but it's getting there. You remember last summer they brought many of us that drive this freeway south of the church take a long time to get through this area because they were loading tons and tons and tons of dirt to build this up to make this flyover. Anyway, we're not here to talk about architecture, but I've started reading a book again, a book that I care about very much. Less than the Bible, of course, but this is a book written by one of my favorite theologians. His name is A.W. Tozer. And the book's called The Knowledge of the Holy. And if you don't have this book or you've never read this book, I really encourage you to read it. Maybe put down your daily bread, which is a great devotional for just a daily word or some other blog you receive, and maybe read a chapter out of this every day, and it'll help you meditate on who God is. I was thinking the other day about this book, and a friend of mine had encouraged me to read it again. And so that's what I'm doing. And so I'm reading it again. And just in the preface, Tozer says something that I want to read to you that I thought's really good. And it really, written in 1961, it's written in 2020 as far as I'm concerned when you look at these words. It says this, it says, the message of this book does not grow out of these times. Remember, the 60s was pretty crazy times, right? But it is appropriate to them. It is called forth by a condition which has existed in the church for some years and is steadily growing worse. I refer to the loss of the concept of the majesty from the popular religious mind. The church has surrendered her once lofty concept of God and has substituted for it one so low, so ignoble, as to be utterly unworthy of thinking, worshiping men. This she, the church, has done not deliberately, but little by little and without her knowledge, and her very unawareness only makes her situation all the more tragic. Yeah, I just wanted to read to you just a small portion of Scripture this morning and kind of response to that. And what do we do? What do we do? And I brought a message to you some time ago on this passage, and I'm not sure if it's archived somewhere where we could see it again. But I took it to Psalm 46, and I think right now is the time to be still. And there's so much going on in our world. Things are traveling so fast. You look at vehicles behind me, they're supposed to be driving 45 miles an hour. They are not, I guarantee you that. Some of them are driving 70 miles an hour because they run me over in the afternoon. But anyhow, things are going so fast, we need to be still. We need to be still. We need to slow down. Be still and think before we say something. There are just so many ways to apply that word be still, but those two words. But here in Psalm 46, it's applied in a way that I think is the most appropriate way to apply it. Let me read to you from Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in the time of trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth should change, and though the mountains slip into the heart of the sea. Though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains quake at its swelling pride. Selah. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy dwelling places of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She will not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. The nation made an uproar. The kingdoms tottered. He raised his voice. The earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our stronghold. Come, behold the works of the Lord, who has wrought desolations in the earth. He makes wars to cease and the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariots with fire. Cease striving and know that I am God. And I'm reading from the New American Standard, and you maybe say, oh, well, wait, it says be still. That's right. Be still. Cease striving and know that I am God. I will be exalted, lifted high in the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our stronghold. So today I just encourage you briefly to be still. Stop striving. Stop rushing. Stop getting here, getting there. Stop trying to be number one. Stop trying to be something that we shouldn't be. And be still and know that I am God. I pray that this Monday is not what we always dread Mondays, don't we? But I pray that this is a great Monday. I hope that you're carrying some of the excitement and joy we had on Saturday of meeting together. Saturday night church, we're going to call it church on Saturday night. It was a wonderful time, a short little picnic, and then a worship service, and then we all sat and watched a movie till late. It was after 10 o'clock by the time the thing finished, but hey, we had a great time. It was beautiful outside, and we had a wonderful time together. I just hope that next time we do that, more of you can come out and enjoy that. We are continuing our in-person worship services on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock on the south side of our parking lot, under the trees, in the shade of the trees. And don't forget, we have devotionals every day like this one, again on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Sunday school at 7:30 releases on Sunday mornings at 7:30. Now this Wednesday, we finished chapter 19, our 19th lesson in the book study of Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. And this week, I'm going to go back and just kind of encapsulate some of it, and I'll send out a worksheet for you, and it's just going to be a fill in the blank, just some reminders of some terms and some thoughts that Bunyan brought to us during that two-part book series. Anyway, God bless you, and you're wondering, well, what are we going to do next time for Wednesday Word? You'll see it in the Messenger. I'll encourage you now to watch the Messenger. You'll see it in the Messenger. I kind of mention it in my letter to you this month. It should be out tomorrow or Wednesday. So God bless you once again. Have a wonderful day, and just keep lifting God up. Keep lifting God up. Stop striving. Be still and know He is God. Have a great day.